Ikamay tay puntong run.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mute Maharaseo. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the final of JOYTIME Cup Party Jumpin Tournament, Mobile Legends Annual Holy Festival. And this is Ray casting alongside Ray is Fredo. And we're going to take you through tonight's match, the grand finals between In Heaven and Venom Esports.
Nice to have you here, Fredo. I think this is the first time, as well as in all of India, I've heard a person introduce the co-caster first before that. That is funny. But overall, excited to see the grand finals between, if I'm not wrong, okay. I have heard both of these teams before, especially In Heaven. I've seen them in another tournament. So let's just see how they perform against Venom Esports, which is like top 32 maybe in India. So I feel like it's going to be a tough competition and we could see a lot of brawl happening.
Oh, yep. Definitely the brawl, right? We cannot forget to mention that teams below the top 10, they usually play, not the top 10, I'll say the top 5, right? The top 5. They usually go for a brawl strategy where you go out. The Indonesia meta, of course. You go out all brawling against the opponents. Does not matter how good they are. You just want to do the team fights, win out the team fights, and then take the advantage. This time around, we can see Venom Esports and In Heaven already into the ban section. We see certain heroes getting taken off, very usual. Except the high loss, though. I don't understand the reason behind this high loss.
Could be a respect ban, or maybe they have, the Hylos ban doesn't really make sense, but possibly it's going to be a respect ban for In Heaven. Perhaps they want to eliminate a strategy like Eve Hylos to be given away. So that could be the potential reason. After all, my White Zushin is banned, the teleportation dude is banned. So Louis, Farsa and Eve are the top contenders in the mid lane, and mid lane is so important right now. I know a lot of people highlight the gold lane, the jungle, but you cannot really do anything in those lanes if your mid lane is getting gapped heavily.
Yo, definitely. If your mid lane does not control, you can't really do much, even if you have the most overpowered jungle. And that is exactly where we remember people like Faden and Eden, right? But now we are here and we don't have Faden and Eden with us. So let's see how the mid laners play in this match. It'll be really interesting to see which mid lane will take the control of the river area and the jungle area as well, because that will just protect the other side basically from rotating. So let's see. Okay, Suyu being picked up here very early on. Good jungler actually.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is not going to be nerfed until the next patch note that we will probably receive like mid-season, where the meta will slightly change. So until then, Suyo still top jungler, has mobility, has damage. He's a full-on package. So I mean, Snowball of course. So it makes sense overall. And the new addition, Lucas, finally people are understanding that this guy is not an EXP laner, he's a jungler. I mean, he's an animal. Why would you not put the animal in the jungle?
Oh my god. It could have been that jungle, right? But on the other side, the thing is, if you pick up the Harriet as well alongside it, the Harriet is actually a good goal. It can dominate its lane once it gets that level 4. So that in itself is a huge advantage that Venom Esports have in this first phase of the draft. But like you mentioned, we need to see the mid lane, right? So let's see what In Heaven, if they decide to pick up the mid lane right now, it should be a huge advantage for them, because the power picks like the Eve, the Luo E are still open up and up for grabs. Let's see what they do though. Okay, they'll go for the Granger instead.
Yeah, I feel like mid lane, yes, it plays a top priority, but at the same time, maybe they're not picking it first to make sure it doesn't get countered by. But on the other hand, the picks have been very similar, right? I mean, Gator is a lot more flex than the Phobius, but still we can consider it the same. We have a jungler, we have a gold laner, and we have basically an EXP slash roam. Both of them have picked up the same, so that means if they ban out any mage or roamer right now, they're also choking down their hero pool. So I feel like this draft is pretty cool, but at the same time it is also disadvantageous to yourself as well.
You pointed it out right. I mean, even if it gives you an advantage, it has its own disadvantage as well. So before you pick it up, you have to choose really carefully. But in the second phase for now, we've seen that the Selena has been banned out. I don't really feel like a Selena is worth banning actually, because like I mentioned, there are other power picks like the Eve. Yep, the Eve, the Louise, and if you want to take the Farsas as well, the Farsa are very OP right now, especially because of the mobility that it received, the buff that it received. But okay, now coming in, Valentina getting banned. We might be seeing something like the Farsa coming in from other side. Huge ultimates, or of course, to safeguard the fact that they have a Phobius, not the Phobius, actually the Lucas on their side.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. They don't want the Valentina to be countered, but honestly, I just feel like Valentina doesn't counter the Lucas on the jungle. It can be countered by a Valentina EXP versus a Lucas EXP. That is the main proposition of why she counters. But when you pick up the jungle, first of all, Valentina is a mage. She doesn't have the tankiness, so it's basically like a weaker version of a Lucas, which you can easily take down. So yeah, I think that's the main reason why a lot of people right now, I mean, especially top teams, they do not really pick up the Valentina against the Lucas. They go for something else. Of course, also Valentina main weakness, she's not exactly a mage, she's a utility. So if you pick up a Valentina against Lucas, you're basically playing a Lucas mid lane. Do you need a Lucas mid lane? You absolutely do not. What you need is control, and that is something that far superior like the Eve, the Farsa, the Luoi give you. But at the same time, I really like In Heaven's ban, the Florin. They are really aware of the Lucas plus healer combination.
Yep.
They are not really, what do you say, unaware of the meta, even globally.
Yep, and that is exactly why we're seeing these bans coming in from In Heaven. On the other side, we can see that they do understand that with the Suyo, if you pair up Jawhead, it might be trouble for you guys. So they ban out the Jawhead here. Good response. Comes in the Eve, like we mentioned before. The Eve, the Louise, the Farsas must be coming in from either side. In Heaven decide to take up the Eve. Now Venom Esports, they have the opportunity to get the Luoi or the Farsa. I feel like the Farsa should do a good job because they have a Granger on the other side. So I won't be surprised if they pick up the Farsa. But talking about the roamer, which roam do you think would work here for Venom?
For Venom, right now they ban out the Hylos themselves and the Chip. They ban out Jawhead as well. 3 roamer bans on their hands, 2 from the other side. So there's already like 5 roamers choked down. They also In Heaven pick up the Katopkacha. So that's 6 roamers. Okay, they're coming up with a surprise. If it's true, it's a Guinevere roam, and this is what I mean. I was just telling you, right? They eliminated so many of their roaming options that there was nothing really left to go for the roam. So they were like, okay, there's nothing left. We're just gonna go for something really old school, and they pick up the Guinevere. A surprise.
Honestly, the Guinevere, I did not really expect it as well because
Same, yeah.
I mean, the last time I saw Guinevere playing a roam, it was probably Shark in the M series, right? Last year.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, no one else was using Guinevere as well. It was only Shark who was using the Guinevere, as far as I remember. So,
Yes.
interesting things happening here right now. We might be seeing hectic pull off the BTK Shark here with the flicker, spatial migration, or some things might be happening the other way because we all know the Eve, really good control mage into the hands of Frost, as we all know, is a very good mid laner here. So let's see what happens. The draft, which one do you think is better?
But first, let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into the Land of Dawn, and this is the grand finals between Venom Esports, Venom, and Team In Heaven. This is a best of 5 red battle, so we're going to be seeing who gets the first 3 wins. But anyways, you were asking me about the draft. I feel like the Harriet versus Granger, it's a good matchup, which would be the main crucial factor. But honestly, both drafts are really 50-50. Junglers are basically snowball. What would really matter is the goal laner getting the positioning and which mid laner is able to create the gap. Because if you notice, Guinevere is basically like a budget Gatotkacha, you know? She can also dive in on top of Eve.
Budget Gatot Kacha. Nice play of words there, Ray. Yeah, of course. Like the AOE is there, but it's not the huge, not the huge one,
Yes,
not the
that's why
biggest.
budget.
And yep, that's why. And the thing is, have is the special migration second phase. It just allows you to glide through and escape in certain
Yes.
situations. But for now, if you take a look at the mid lane, look at Zozo. He's trying to freeze down the lane, but I don't really think that's a wise idea to do. Oh, off map though.
Okay, okay. Uh, what
Me,
happened?
but for now, if you take a look at Laiye, Makhontaye. Oh, Laiye. Okay, sorry for that slight bit of miscommunication there. But yeah, we're back once again online. Shinigami goes in. And it's another kill into the hands of Venom. Seems like In Heaven are really struggling at this moment.
That was so close. Like Lucas almost got taken down, but so far 3-0 score for them. And they have a 1k goal lead. So far they are able to like maneuver with the early snowball with the Lucas, doing a really good job. But still, it's early game. And okay. Let's see what happens at a turtle because Suya should have the higher chances, but at the same time, Lucas, we know how much annoying crowd control he has. So I think that's gonna be a huge factor here.
Oh, there it comes. Special migration just to poke the enemy, keep them at bay for a while. But okay, there comes the pause. Just to make sure that thing is fine for everyone, right? Everyone is playing the perfect game. But as we talk about it, let's see 3-0 score already. Venom Esports have that early game lead that they needed, especially with the
Yes.
fact that they have a Lucas in their jungle. And so far, even Zozo got one kill into his hands. Tauji got one. Shinigami got one with two assists. And I mean, it just speaks for itself that these people are very well coordinated, right? They understand each other,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why they have been able to participate in those team fights together and come out on top.
Yeah, I mean they're the grand finalists, so it makes sense. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to In Heaven because, of course, they're the grand finalists too. They have a really good draft as well, so I'm looking to see when it's going to be executed. I think it will probably be around this point where Eve is supposed to come online along with the Katot Kacha, but we'll find out soon because the Farsa also has the superior range. But let's see how it happens. How they make the play here because Lucas is going to be coming in a few seconds. I think he's just gathering his, you know, ancient energy. What was it called? Yeah, the beast energy. Anyways, I feel like they're gonna go in.
Oh my god, look at that. There comes the implosion and no, not the implosion actually, the fist crack. And okay, there goes the turtle away from Team Venom. And there comes the Predator Strike. Get down, but GRG is the only one getting taken down. Still goes in, but gets taken down by the Badang once again. This Badang, very good player from him actually.
Yeah, the flicker, of course. Nino
My
Kumar.
god.
I think he's
Nino.
a fan of, you know, those memes, Kyrie Kumar memes. So he went in for that. Ooh, bot lane.
Oh, very aggressive play coming in from a Paibi, and there it goes. Another roamer will get taken down. Finn taken down once again. And honestly, Finn has died 3 times, so not a good thing to say here, but Finn has to be more careful.
Absolutely right, because Gadol only has one dash and it's basically quite small. So you have to make sure you maneuver around properly, considering the fact that the opposing team has like maximum magic damage. Because look at that, you have Harriet with the burst, you have Zozo with Farsa, and you have Hectic, which is basically your budget version. But right now she's basically being the premium with the performance. But overall, 3 kills onto the hands of Team In Heaven, and it's all under Batang, which is not a good thing because he basically has the whole bounty on his shoulders, and his shoulders might fall off soon because we saw how close he was being taken down by Zozo and Toji Ato, right? Yeah, so
Yep.
you have to watch out into the bot lane.
Oh, there it comes. And the way the RWM has been used is perfect here, completely zoning them away from the turret. And The Harith will miss out on the minions, and forcing out the recalls is also a pretty good advantage. But oh, there it comes the death strike, and with that, GRG gets taken down. But the Batang once again will come out on top, will get mega kill on Zozo. Meanwhile, Shinigami
More.
stranded away from
Oh
everyone.
my
We'll get
god.
one more. My goodness, this Batang. Nino Kumar on steroids, everyone.
I mean, he's a bodybuilder, so it makes sense. The
Hmm.
Badang. So, but overall, 6 kills and it's all in the hands of Badang. That's, I mean, it's impressive but not good because as an EXP laner, you're the initiator. I know he's going tanky, but how tanky can he survive once the Harris comes online and he's looking for more?
Oh, there it comes once again. The Vital has been popped as well.
Don't worry, Pedro, I got you. And there is the RWM into this situation. Phobius still wants to go in, tries to fight in with his skills, but will he be able to survive? But oh, Hyde coming in for the cleanup. This is how the damage. Takes down Eve, and there's the Lucas going into the same. Takes down Spit, looking for more double kill into their hands. AOG used to defensively to run away, and he basically survived their 1 HP, but so far Nino Kumar has not been taken down, so that basically means he still has the bounty. Overall, their team does get 1 more kill, but immediately their 3 members are already down, so not looking quite good for them because they get pushed back again after that early bounce back.
And with that, yeah, they have taken down 1 tower as well. And there it comes once again. It's like we mentioned, right, Ray? I mean, this is going to be a brawl. Hectic takes down. Okay, Roamer takes down Roamer. Okay, really interesting stuff happening here.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, it was definitely going to be a brawl because, okay, he does understand that the Harry does not have the mana, wants to go in, but does not have enough damage yet. That's Grandeur. And with that, okay, Venom wants to force down the mid lane. Should be getting an easy tower here once again.
Maybe.
Here it comes.
Okay. RWM. Oh my god, the damage.
Okay, 1 stack. Oh, not 1. 10 stacks on the Sky Piercer. AOG comes in. And Zozo will be able to get away just in the nick of time. But Hectic wants to go in for the special migration. 2-man knockup coming in. Zozo does not have anything to follow up with. The Feather Strike is not available. Shinigami wanted to look for an angle, but they're gathered all around. And that's why he will not be able to go in. But there it goes.
I think
the third
that was
turtle on the time.
miscommunicated.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if the Farsa had an ultimate, that ultimate would have been so deadly. But yeah, I feel like he went in a little bit early. So yeah, but at the same time, I think the Lucas was also looking for that angle. But oh, Gato needs to watch out.
Yep, he has been dying quite a lot of times, 4 times already. And even though he's a roamer, you don't really want to give away too many kills to the opponents because that just creates an advantage. And now Shinigami wants to look for an angle for, but look at this Batang! Again, this guy, he'll be able to get, and GRT will get the turtle into the backlash. Apaibi will get taken down by the Granger. Granger still going in, wants to go in for more. Onto Hectic, onto Zozo. Into the backlines, Batang comes in once again, fist crack and fist break combo. And with that, entire team of Venom Esports is wiped out. My god.
Immediate clapback, right? 40 stacks into the Granger. At the game completely full on 180. Not even a question anymore. As the game lead completely shift into the hands of In Heaven, as they have 13-11 score, 5k goal lead in just 1 engage, as they were able to wipe out the whole of Team Venom. And that is just impressive and also scary for the hands of Venom, because right now the Granger is basically fed. He has 5 kills, 40 stacks, and he's going to be dishing out so much damage that even the Harris will have trouble. Oh, look at that. Greeny Bear getting stuck again. The damage.
Oh, Shinigami wants to go in. Gets a shutdown there. Will he give him to take on the Badang? The Badang still does not go down. Tauji Atto might be able to get a shutdown here. Badang able to flicker away, but there it goes. Apaibi into the backlines. Dashing in and out. Zozo gets taken down. Apaibi will get out Frost as well. But that shutdown, if Tauji Atto could get it, would have been a very big thing here for Team Venom.
Yeah, that was really necessary, right? Because Nino Kumar right now 605, but yeah, the flicker came in clutch. If they shut down Nino Kumar, they will be getting the most bounty, and the next one is obviously Spit onto that Granger. These are the 2 primary targets, and at the same time, Team In Heaven needs to make sure that Badang as well as the Granger do not fall. I mean, I know this feels weird to say, but they need to watch for Badang more because he has 0 deaths. He basically has the highest bounty. So absolutely do not give it out, and do not give it to either Who's that? They had. Oh, okay.
Hectic will get taken down here by Spit. And if we can take a look at the stacks that this Granger has, we'll be able to figure out, I mean, how long the game will go on. And look at that. This guy is already on 500 right now. And things are looking good here for Venom. Even though they had a good start, they gave it all away with that, entire wiped out. So, oh, Shinigami still wants to go in, but RWM will zone him away. Nino Kumar arrives to the scene. Okay, there goes the AOG zoning out. Tauji completely alone and stranded in the front line. He will get taken down here by Finn.
Oh my god.
And for some reason, I don't know what Nino Kumar was doing there. He will still not go down though, but will he be able to escape? Yes, he does. But there it goes. Shutdown secured here by Zozo.
Not needed.
Apaibi wants to go in. Zozo does have the flight, but oh, he still can go in actually. Apaibi is still going in. Does not really have enough to take down anyone though. Not enough damage yet, but oh, the Granger with the Rhapsody. Big mistake here from Granger as he will get taken down. Both the sides looking to play. Yep, both the sides looking to play brawl here, guys.
Yeah, that was pretty bad because right now, look at that. They had, what, 6,000 gold lead, all gone. Because Nino Kumar, highest bounty, taken down, shuts down. Because that was, I feel like, he was little too hungry. He was too greedy.
Yep.
And the Granger also. He could have, went back. I don't know why. I know he got the kill onto, who was that, Zozo? But after that, he should have left. After that, I feel like it was unnecessary. Because you're just fighting a full HP Harriet. You're not going to win it out. Yeah, overconfident was the RWM into the scene.
They're fighting inside the zone. They should be going out of here. And okay, there it goes. Badang might be falling down. But no, he decides to escape. He does not decide to go in. Dauji wants to go in for the Badang, but will not get it there. Hectix jumps in. Spatial migration used just to scout out the area. And before the next Lord arrives, what do you think can Team Venom do to actually take back the control?
They did get the bounty back, so the goal lead is similar. Look at that, 36 to 37k in 11 minutes. That's not bad. Basically, the game is still 50-50. But on the other hand, you have the map control. They have lost out most of their turrets. There's only their inhibitors on top and bottom. The Holy Shield is going to expire after 12 minutes. So basically, also lost. Oh, Badang in trouble this time.
Yo, in some big trouble, but he's still able to escape. But Apaibi will secure that kill there into the backlines. RWM sets in. Shinigami dives into the Yves. But look at Spit. Double kill for him. And now Shinigami does not have enough resources to still go in. But okay, he might be able to find an angle here. Does find Frost, but triple kill for Spit. As Zozo is left all alone to defend. And the bullets are coming on his face. Spit will be able to get that mid lane. And now he can go in for the Unbreakable. There it goes, Unbreakable. Right timing, and Spit will get one more. Entire team of Venom wiped out once again. It's the second time this has happened. And this time, Team in Heaven will not.
Victory!
Bit of a slow game, but they also went in the aggressive. They wanted to take down Badang because they knew the Badang was the main key factor there. But at the same time, they paid a price. And look at that, the Granger with the 13-3, 10 KDA. Basically, the moment Granger came online in that first gank, it was kind of already 50% over. They did take him down due to his own overconfidence, but ultimately, he still had a few stacks left, and he was able to build back. And right now, there was only Zozo who was left. And of course, because of that, Zozo cannot really defend. He got taken down himself as well. And they ultimately paid the price, and they lose out the first game.
Yep. And that is well said from Ray. I mean, it's evident the way that Venom went down was because they focused a little bit too much onto Nino Kumar here, who was doing a phenomenal job on that Badang. But next time, Venom Esports, they have to be more careful not to mark the wrong targets there. They want to go in for the goal lane, the jungler, the mid laner. And yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be coming back with one more match because, of course, the best of 5 series. We'll give the players a break and we'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to JOYTIME Cup Party Jumpin. This is the finals of the JOYTIME Cup, and we are here to witness Venom Sports going up against In Heaven. In Heaven secured the first match with a very, very unpredictable way because Venom Sports got completely wiped out and In Heaven just pushed to their base. And that is exactly the reason why in this match we'll see if Venom Sports will be able to avenge the revenge or will In Heaven be getting the better of them this time. So far, it's In Heaven on the blue side, Venom Sports on the red side. The bans have already taken place. And as we can see, Joy Selena getting banned out, the chip as well taken off the picture. For now, it's just me alone as my brother Ray will be joining in quite some time, but before that, as we can take a look, things are looking very interesting here as we saw these bans happening in the last match as well. Even the high lows getting banned by Venom Esports is very curious, I would say, because we don't really see this thing happening quite often. But for now though, we do see that Gatot Kacha is being banned out as well, something that we don't really see often. And now we see Mathilda getting picked up, and we all know that Mathilda has been picked up to pair it up with something, but do you think Venom Esports will be giving them that? Because we already saw in the last match they did take up the Lucas. In this time though, will they take up the Alpha? Because the Alpha pairs up really well with the Mathilda, and if they give this deadly combination in the hands of Team Heaven, it will be really interesting to see if they'll accept that from happening or will not. They will try to make something better out of this. Once again, into the second phase, we are about to go, but before that, In Heaven, they decide to go for a Fanny with this Mathilda. I don't really understand the idea behind that. But from the other side, Enemy Sports will be going for the Suyu and the Joy. Suyu and the Harith. Both of these heroes, of course, I got confused there because we all know the Harith does look like a cat and the Joy is also a cat, so yeah. But of course, which cat is better? Of course, I feel like the Joy is of course better because of, he does have the early game damage. But for now though, we are seeing the Harith being picked up here by Venom Esports from the other side. In Heaven might be going for the Granger once again because it did work out quite well. They got that MVP on the Granger last match. So highly possible that we might be seeing similar thing happening here. But they'll be instead going for the Badang, which worked out pretty good in the hands of Nino Kumar last match. So Nino Kumar will be looking to do the same thing again. But will it happen or not? We'll be finding that out really soon. But for now, we'll be proceeding to the last pick coming in from Venom Esports. I do hope they pick up a mage that they did last match, which is the Farsa. But instead, they'll go for another jungler. But probably this time Lucas will be playing in the EXP. So EXP Lucas going up against the Badang. Really interesting matchup, as we all know that the Badang does face some trouble going up against the Lucas. And here we go into the second phase. Here we see that the Jawhead has been banned out. Along with that, the carry as well. These two picks, these two bans here, very interesting. And of course, we know the carry does counter out the Harith in the laning phase. But of course, in terms of team fight potential, the Harith is also something that you cannot count out. And with that, two mages being banned as well in the second phase, we see the Valentina and the Vexana getting picked off. And that just speaks for itself, because we know that Venom will not shy away from picking up the Farsa once again, because we all know that the Valentina ban is of course inviting for a Farsa pick, and they already have a Lucas. So really interesting picks coming in from both sides. Let's see though if Venom Esports decide to go for the Farsa or not. It's going to be their first pick, as they are the red side this time. And if they go for the Farsa, the enemy will have the opportunity to pick up two. And if they want to do so, they can go for the Luo Eve probably, or even the Eve once again, because it did work out quite well because of the zoning potential which the Eve is able to provide. And that is exactly the reason why we might be seeing a Farsa or a Eve this time around as the first pick from Venom as well, because we know that the Eve as well as the Farsa are pretty strong. But instead, they'll be going in for a Roamer this time around. It will be a Kufra getting picked here by Hectic. And we all know the Hectic. This guy is a very good Roamer, but is a Kufra going to work against the Fanny? Because we all know, in theory it does. But a good Fanny does know how to play around a Kufra and play it right. Or from the other side, In Heaven will be picking up the Sicilian. So this time, if Zozo decides to go for the Yeep, there is a high chance that the mid laner of the other side, which is the Sicilian, will be getting dominated, won't be able to get that farm. And this time around, the thing which they did might work out for them, which is the lane freeze. And now there it goes once again. Granger picked up here by In Heaven, inviting trouble here for Venom Esports, as we all know, because Venom Esports, they did face a defeat in the last match, and Granger was the MVP in the hands of In Heaven. So this time around, same things could happen here, unless Zozo decides to go for that Farsa and lock down every single thing thrown at him. Let's see though what happens here. The Farsa should be the go-to pick, but they can go for the Louis as well if they want to go for surprise ganks onto the Granger, because that is something that did, trouble them in the last match. And there it goes. Zozo deciding to go for something that he usually likes to go when he's pushed into a corner. Decides to go for the Lunox here, one of his favorite heroes. And of course, the ability that the Lunox has to avoid the ganks, especially with the help of the light form, is pretty evident. And that is the exact same which, after seeing Zozo pick up the Lunox, my friend Ray has finally decided to arrive, because he likes to see Zozo playing the Lunox.
I like Lunox overall. I love these female heroes. But jokes aside, nice to have you back, Fredo. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. And this is the best of 5 grand finals between Venom and Team In Heaven. Venom Esports versus In Heaven. And first match, already In Heaven secured a victory. And let's just see how this game turns around. Obviously, into the casting desk, our photos were already there. So if you don't know already, it's Ray and Fredo. But Nino Kumar getting the Padang again, as well as spit onto that Granger that might spell trouble for the hands of Team Venom. But Zozo with a very off-meta Lunox mid lane.
Well, we know that Zozo is sometimes called the Lunox one trick, sometimes called the Lunox god as well, because the ability that he has, prowess that he has on this Lunox, something that you cannot deny. And this time around, it does feel like they're starting on the stronger foot, because as we saw just now, the Sicilian getting zoned out completely by that Lunox and the Kufra.
And I think it's gonna be a trouble. I know Zozo, I mean, I've watched Zozo in his prime. Why am I calling it prime? Because Lunox is also not in her prime right now. Her placement in the meta is a little awkward. After the initial nerf into the damage, which is not enough. Oh, what was that? Ooh, missed the cable because not enough energy. But overall, Lucas into the XP lane, an interesting choice, I would say.
I mean, they did pick up the Lucas last match in the jungle, did not work out. So I thought change of plans is always welcome, when things don't work out. But Fanny wants to go in, it seems, does not do enough to take down the Suyo, but does deal enough damage for now, though. First battle will be coming up in some time. Interesting to see, though, in this goal lane matchup, because these two heroes were picked up last game as well. Pretty similar
Yes.
picks in the gold lane once again. And it's in the hand of the same people, so let's see how it happens in the goal lane. Very interesting to see, though. For now, Nino Kuma is on his Badang once again, and this time he's going to face a Lucas. So, which side do you think has an advantage here?
You know, Barang, we obviously saw Nino Kumar, his prowess in the previous game, so I feel like it still stands strong, but there's a Badang. Let's see how good it plays around, because there's a turtle. Okay, that piece into the arena. And it goes in. And right now, I think they're just gonna go for the turtle, but they also have to watch out for the Suyo.
Badang has to flicker in, and there it comes! Fist crack! First blood secured here by Frost, as the Fanny will fall down as well. Who will get the turtle here? Turtle! Oh, Tauji zoning them out completely, but oh, there comes the Granger! Will get taken down here by Shinigami as well. Now, they're trying to hunt down one after the other. They go for a double kill into the jungle area of the enemy. My god, the aggression coming in from Venom Esports. Really commendable, but I just hope it does not happen like last time. They got wiped out twice, and twice, I mean, if a mistake happened once, it's okay. But if it happens twice, your fault.
I mean, yeah, fool me once, fool me twice, like we know that quote, right? So I think that's basically how this game is going to be progressing. They just need to watch out for any kind of, any kind of play that could be coming in from the hands of team in heaven again, especially the Granger. They need to keep their eyes dead set on him. He does have the Purify, but that just means that once he uses it, he's not going to be able to dash out of the Zaman Force like previously he was doing, right? Whenever he was caught in the Zaman Force, he just flickered out, and because of it, Harriet was not able to catch up to him. This time, if they bait out the Purify and the dash, the Harriet can easily catch up, and that's going to be a little troublesome for them, I believe. Overall into the bottom lane. Okay, Harriet dishing out a lot of damage. What is that, Fanny? Because the damage might be a little bit too much for you. Trying to maneuver around the bush, but not doing
okay. Zozo comes in like a Kung Fu warrior at the right time with that dash. But this time around, he might have to Kung Fu once again to get away from the situation. And he does. And will be Shinigami taking a kill onto Frost. But here it comes Nino Kumar, who was not able to dominate like he did in the last match, coming in clutch with that wall, and will be able to get that kill onto Shinigami. But if Fanny wants to go in, look for an angle onto the Harriet, will not be able to find it as he decides to back away without the purple as well. So good decision from his part. But so far, 2k gold lead. Is this enough?
Under 5 minutes is actually really great. 2k goal lead, but we just saw what happened in the previous game, right? So they have to make sure it is not recreated, at least this time around. So if we take into consideration of that, they basically need to play it a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure. They can't take stupid risks because it's going to be really costly. But overall, let's just see.
Yep, it's going to be very interesting to see here that they've decided to go for a fight once again, even though the turtle is up and Shinigami is not on the right side of the map, because he should be in the turtle pit, but he is doing something else somewhere else, and Nino Kuma will take the advantage. GRG will get that kill. Light form has been used up, and there will be a kill secured by the goal laner, and there it goes. Zozo coming in clutch once again, secures that kill. But Shinigami arrives late to the party, will not be able to get a lot of kills here, but should be able to get this turtle for free.
Absolutely. And right now they have a really steady amount of gold because they have been making really good plays. 4-8-4 for 3,000, almost 4,000 gold. Oh, into the bottom top lane. That was a little bad from the Harriet.
Oh! Both the goal laners get taken down. Lunox arrives to the scene as well, and look at the Sicilian, completely zoned out, but there it comes. Nino Kumar to the rescue. And the Matilda just provides some vision. GRG. I think GRG has done a phenomenal job, but okay, there it goes. Tyrant's Revenge. Finn will get taken down. GRG has done a good job of split pushing, but I feel like he needs to do a better job on the damage department. Wants to go in for those team fights a lot more, but he has not been able to do
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, he's been lacking on the damage. I mean, we also saw into the bottom lane, he got taken solo by the Harris, which was kind of unnecessary. Oh, look at the damage from the Granger. Not looking good. Just double kill, secured. Oh, Granger almost gets taken down as well. The Suyo right now might be in a little bit of jeopardy. He's looking for Spit, and he takes him down. And right now, there's a Fanny. Okay, doesn't really find him. The cable maneuverism was a little bit bad. And the Lucas also coming into the scene with the second beast. Wants to dish out the damage, and the energy is just not going to be enough. He's still going in. Wants to take down the Matilda, and is able to do so as Finn is finished. And right now, into the mid lane, it looks like they're going to be securing a turret as well. So overall, Team Venom Esports this time around, they're really doing a good job as they kind of have the tempo of the game into their grasp. So overall, we'll just have to see how good everything turns around. But on to the other hand, if we look at the turret department, if we take into consideration, Venom is also leading on, but it could be a close call. But oh, there's a Kufra wants to make the play, but doesn't really find anyone with the Tyrant's Revenge. So, oh, okay, Barang does get the Oracle, so gonna be a little bit more defensive. But they have the Lunox, they have the Herod, so the Lord melting is gonna be really fast, and that's something that the side of team, what do you say, in heaven is just not prepared. So if this game goes on like this, there's a really high chances that we might see this game progress to a best of 4 at least, because right now Venom is looking like the one leading, because look at that, they're just doing a really good job. And oh, Granger this time around not really having the best of his time, really behind on stacks. 3 kills, but not enough stacks on his 5 PSA either. So overall, we have to watch out how this plays around. But oh, look at that, almost, they get him almost. But looking into the map, the Lord got taken, and it also got melted. Oh, that was a little bit bad of a decision, wasn't it, Fanny? Because immediately gets taken down. That was a big misstep. So overall, let's see. Oh, onto the bottom lane as well. Another target, Spit, gets taken down. And so far, they have been struggling a lot.
They were able to, get away from that bat impact, but okay, the other side of the map, Brazilian completely unaware of the things that have been happening on the top side as the turret gets chunked down into half. But Hectic might be in some trouble here. Still wants to use the bouncing ball to be tanky enough. But yeah, there it goes. Right timing to back off. But now, In Heaven is on the back foot. They need to get back the control. Will they be able to do so though? Because so far, there seems to be a lack of damage on their side.
Yeah, they don't have enough damage. The Granger is behind stacks. He's around only 300. So that's basically not good at all, right? So because of it, I feel like they're just really struggling badly. And we'll just have to see how it works around, because right now, the next Lord is going to be coming up. And because of the Lunox and Harris combo, they melt the Lord extremely fast, even before they can even go in. And because of that, I feel like they're gonna really struggle. But let's just see. Kufra looking for a set. Will he be able to do so? We will find out soon. But overall, map control is onto the hands of Venom. Kills Venom, gold Venom. So they basically have everything covered so far. And looking at the itemization, nothing much, just classic overall. But Granger is kind of behind. He needs the Malefic Road to dish out the damage right now. Doesn't have it. On the other hand, the Lucas going for that semi build. I would have appreciated the Thunderbelt because it would be much better. But still, it is good to prioritize the War X onto that first. Other than that, Herod already has the, Holy Crystal, so a lot of damage from that Cerulean Scythe. So overall, they are doing really great. Just the Kufra is a little bit behind, but he's the roamer, so it's all right. As long as the jungler is ahead, as well as the goal laner, because look at that, he's building towards his last item. So if In Heaven needs to come back from this, they need a set from only one and only Nino Kumar, because the Matilda is at this point just a backup.
Yep, I mean to take away Nino Kumar from danger, right? The airline always there. Yeah, of course, it's the form of emergency. There it comes. The Titans' revenge, and Finn will finally fall. For now, though, look at the Fanny. Wants to go in for the Suyu. Suyu manages to escape. But on the top side, minions are pushing in. They still want to go in for Shinigami. It seems, oh my god, mid-air got sniped there by the Suyo. Okay, there we go. Suyo, Sanguine Claws. It's so deceptive, right? The Sanguine Claws. You feel like you're out of its range, but you do not. But okay, Fanny, they have the advantage. They can get the Lord here. Will be able to get that with the Retribution, but he will get taken down by Hectic. But that was an awesome play there from the Fanny. Uses the cables, prioritizes the objective, does not go in for the kills. And
That was.
now they're coming back slowly but surely.
I mean, that's what you want your jungler to be. You want your jungler to sacrifice themselves for the Lord, and he did that. So good overall. But all it does is buy them a little bit more time. But time is what they need because Sicilian stack up and Granger stack up. That's all they need. And if they're able to do so, maybe we might see in heaven, not not to be forced into game number 4 because right now, looking at the pace of the game, it does look like it's gonna be that unless this Lord, yeah, this Lord is gonna go to waste, isn't it? Yep, it's gonna go to waste. Well, let's just see how it works out, right?
Yep, anything can happen at this point because, like you mentioned, they have the map control, but with this Lord push, oh, Hectic out of position, very wrong. He will get taken down here for sure. On the other side of the map, though, we can see that the Harriet and the Badang are in a 1v1 situation. Harriet will come out on top, but okay, there comes the backup from In Heaven. And this should be enough to take down the Harriet. But the Badang, he does not want to back off. Flicker from the Harriet will be able to get that, but at what cost? He will get taken down here by the Sicilian with no mistake. And there it goes. Lucas wants to go in for the Sicilian. Does not have enough damage yet. Into the backlines. Look at the Shinigami on that Suyo. And he can still go in, but the flicker was enough for Frost to get away. But Zozo does not still want to commit anything yet. But on the other side, if we can take a look at the Fanny, he is pushing in on the mid lane. And if he is able to crack down this mid lane, the map control that Venom Esports had will not be there anymore. And my goodness, this guy, the way he uses the cables is so different from others. It's so wide.
So wide. That's what
Yeah.
Fredo said. But I really like the fact that they're able to capitalize onto the turrets because that's what the Fanny is most necessary to do right now, and they're able to do it perfectly because, just like I mentioned, the turret advantage is kind of gone because look at that, 4 to 5. It's basically just one turret disadvantage. Onto the other hand, the inhibitors are gonna be the main priority. So far, they have lost down quite a lot of HP into the top lane, but their other ones are looking quite healthy, so they can handle a Lord on them. So I feel like they have done a really immaculate job. It's just about time where we would probably see the results coming in soon. This might be a potential comeback, but it's still a little bit too early to say because I feel like the Sicilian is going to be the main crucial factor, and he is getting targeted really badly by both Lucas and the Suyo.
But he has not went down too many times, so
Yeah.
it is actually a good news for them. But so far, if we take a look at Granger, he has went down 5 times. Not a good news here. On the other side, though, if you can head it just twice. Okay, there it comes. Inokumar wants to go in for the fist crack, but was not able to do though. But there it goes. The Harriet with the Zaman 4. Shinigami gets one as well. Frost gets taken. Okay, there it goes into the backlines. Look at this guy. GRG wants to go in for the back door. Not able to find it yet. And there it goes. Spit. The last game MVP comes with a clutch. Takes down 3 members. And now it's a 2v2. But we all know who gets the upper hand when it's a Granger going up against anyone on the other side.
It is interesting only the jungler. I mean, I will count Lunox as gold laner. I always thought she's a gold laner, even though she's kind of into the mid lane. Yeah, but that is impressive. That is impressive. Spit somehow was able to win out that 1v3, and also the fact that it was basically a 1 versus 1 against the Harriet 2. Usually the Granger is not supposed to win, but I feel like he waited for the Zaman Force to be expired because obviously the Zaman Force was wasted to take down the Sicilian. So overall, really great job. And I feel like in heaven, might just be able to pull it off, but still, you know, the game can change anytime, and we'll have to wait. Right now, oh, looking for the back door.
Yeah, probably a backdoor, but might be a 1v1 with the Lucas as well, as Lucas forces him to back out because, oh, there we go, Suyu really low. And summon force being used here by the Harriet, but he's really low, and well, Fanny will be able to get that kill on top IB, and with that, the light form has been used as well. Wants to go in for the combo, but will not be able to find it, but still able to get that kill. Will get taken down by the Fanny as well. And now the game stands still as we see 3v3, two members getting taken down on both sides, but Lord control advantage will definitely be in the hands of Team in Heaven, as the Badang just got resurrected, and the Fanny always has an upper hand in a matchup against the Suyu, unless the Kufra comes in with the Tyrant's Revenge, and he will be able to shut down that Fanny, and now the advantage that they had is thrown away. But Taujiato might be in some trouble here.
Okay, right now, into the map. Oh, Badang looking for another target. Oh, Flicker baited out as well. But, you know, so far, the score and the goal, it's not going to matter right now because we're going to be diving into the 18 minutes, which is the late game. And this is where the Evolved Lord's going to come in with the new charge damage. 50% of the damage going to be dished out to the turret. And considering the fact that there's no inhibitor, they need to make sure it doesn't land on the base, because if it does, that's gonna be really deadly. Onto the Lord Pit, we clearly see both of the teams preparing to do so. Venom going for the charge because they have the damage. Let's see what happens. Kufra.
Oh, nice stun here. Should be an easy Lord here, but let's see who gets it. It's Shinigami. Yes, he does. And Shinigami takes down GRG as well. But look at Spit. He's dishing out the damage. He's going in with those Death Sonatas, going in with those Rhapsodies, and we'll be able to get one more. It will be Shinigami getting taken down, looking for a Maniac here. One more bullet shot, and it will be a Maniac. But oh, here it goes. The Maniac is finally here. The last game MVP is here to shine once again, as In Heaven will look to take that victory. And the Lord marching down the other side is an indicator. Oh, might be a Savage here. Could be a Savage here. It's a Savage for the Spit on that Granger. And I mean, they say that this
victory.
This Granger, oh my god. I mean, gonna be honest though, Granger is a it's like what do you say, a 40% kind of Selena thing. Granger definitely requires the user to be a lot more in control. So yeah, I mean, it does require you to aim. So, and it was impressive. He was 282 stacks on 10 minutes. It felt like he was so behind because he got taken down 5 times. But after that, look at that. After 10 minutes, he got taken down only once, and straight up 10 kills, full snowball, and a Savage. And next game, 100% Granger ban. So I'm willing to see what other marksman he has on his arsenal, because I'm going to be honest, can they match to the level of a Granger? I think so not.
Oh my god, it's so hard to say this, but the Granger is a hero if you allow it to free hit. It's just going to, you know, even though the Rhapsody does not feel like a lot of damage in the beginning, but once it starts hitting 6 bullets 3 times on your face, you know that even the Kufra, even with the bouncing ball, is not tanky enough to take all that. And like you mentioned, Ray, once he gets that Malefic roll, he'll be dishing out a lot of damage, and that is exactly what happened. Taujiato was not able to sustain, and neither was anyone else on the side of Team Venom, and that is exactly why they'll fall down. And the second game, again, will go into the hands of Team in Heaven, as it's a match point for them now. They can look to take the victory, but the next match will be here to decide what can happen for either of these sides, as we'll be coming back after a short break with one more person on the casting desk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to JOYTIME CUP Party Jumping. I mean, we have a really unique name, but anyways, we're going to be diving straight back into the grand finals between Venom Esports and In Heaven, and it's going to be the best of 5 and the third matches, and could be the match point for both of these teams. So, Team Venom, they need to make sure they win this, or it's going to be a clean sweep. As the score, it's going to be 3-0 for In Heaven, as they will get the main victory. But overall, let's just see how it turns out. On to the casting, that's myself, Ray, and joining me again is Fredo. But this time we will have a guest, not a guest, our friend Zivo onto the casting desk. So hello, Fredo and Zivo.
Hello, Ray. We are back once again. The final match, possibly the final match, potentially the final match. Would like it to not be a final match because, of course, it will make things interesting. But let's see what happens.
Yep, it's gonna be a really interesting match. I was checking the previous two matches, and the second match, it was kind of an epic comeback type from Team In Heaven. They kind of clapped back, as Ray likes to say it, and I'm really excited for the third match as well, because it's the match point for both the teams, so it's gonna be interesting.
Absolutely. And overall, in both of these games, the Granger has been a big threat. Despite getting the Hera, Team In Heaven has not been able to figure out, and they do not go for the Granger ban. I'm not really sure about it, but Venom also quite confident. They're like, oh, you're not gonna ban the Granger, okay, fine, we're not gonna pick it either. That is quite sus, honestly. Like, what is this? Why are they recreating the drop from the first game, but reverse?
It's probably them. Okay, it seems like someone wants to show how the Badang is played, and Taujiato will be trying to prove it here. But once again, like you mentioned, Ray, might be an ego issue, don't you think?
Okay, definitely. Oh my god, they're doing the same drop from first game.
And with that, we do see here that the Katot Kacha and Suyo has been picked up. Pretty standard picks, nothing out of the ordinary. And on the other side as well, I mean, fighters, junglers. Probably a jungle Lucas here, because we know the Badang can be put into the roam or the EXP, and if he decides to go to the roam, the Lucas can go EXP, but that should not be the best option there, because as we all know, the Badang needs the items, He cannot really do much without the items. As a roamer, he cannot get enough farm to get those items, so yeah, the Badang should probably go for the EXP. Meanwhile, once again, Harit does not work out twice. Go for it 3 times until the end.
They've really like, we're not gonna. It is pretty insane. It is definitely pretty insane how, okay, the Forius again into the hands of In Heaven. That's not looking good. But so far, I like the confidence. They did not pick the Granger. They're like, bring it on. We don't really care. That is pretty much making a statement, honestly.
Yep. What do you think? What do you think about this, though, Zio? Do you think the Granger should have been banned out here by Team Venom?
Well, we also how Granger was dominating the last match, so it's better safe than to be sorry. But they still have a Harit, so it's kind of a give and take situation. If you're able to go against that Harit pretty easily, then I guess you might want to not take any chances from Venom Esports, rather than he would be dominating if the player knew how to play a Granger against a Harit.
I'm really curious why. Why do they hate the Granger? I mean, why do you love the Granger? No, what is the proper word? I mean, if they hate the Granger, you should ban it out. If you love the Granger, you should take it. They have no feelings towards the Granger. That's sad, Fredo.
Well, it's not just about feelings. It's about the ego as well. It's about the pride.
Yeah.
Probably an ego issue
India
between
pride.
the goal laners, right? I mean, they want to prove that they're good. I mean, this time around, Harit, I mean, if you don't go for, if it's not working out for you, you can change your picks. That's the reason why we have 3 games, 5 games, 7 games, right? But so far in this best of 5 series, Venom Esports have went for the Lucas twice in a row. If you count this one, it's 3 times in a row. Not
Yes.
worked out. They go for it again. They did pick up the head as well in all the 3 matches, and it has
Yes.
not worked out. It has not been the most beautiful game for them.
Absolutely.
They're going once again. I'm not sure why though, because like I said, it's sad to
Sometimes
see
the
how
charm.
Vietnamese sports are not understanding the fact that you cannot play with ego here. You need to use your brains, not your heart.
Yeah. Maybe they're going for the third time's the charm.
Probably. But don't let emotions cloud your judgment is something, don't you think? Zio?
Yes. What do you
Yeah,
think of that, Zio?
definitely. You should be, thinking really technically in this type of scenario rather than just letting your whole emotion take over you. You gotta be really clear with your head, right? Otherwise, it might just be a huge mess up, and you might just end up losing the whole game for you.
And as you can see, Ray, look at that. They finally are in their right mind because they ban out the grandeur finally.
Yeah, but here comes the another trump card, the Moscow. And I think that's the whole reason. I think in heaven, okay, what is this? What is this? What
my
is
God.
this, mate? They're
Oh my
going
goodness.
for Louis and Franco.
Oh my goodness.
Let's
Are-
see
are-
some hooking business. Is he a good hooker, Fedo? What do you have to say?
I don't think. I mean, it does not really matter how good of a hooker you are.
Yeah.
You can't really pull off a Franco when you're going up against a Gatot and a Phobius on your face, right? Because
Yes.
if you try to go in for a bloody hunt, they will just cancel it out. So
Yes.
really interesting to see here, though. I mean, or do they want to go for that? The iron hook flicker combo, and then you teleport into the diversion, so they get pulled back to the base. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I don't know. That might be their idea here.
I mean, if they pull off this play, they're easily the best players in the world because I don't think anyone can do it in a tournament. But yeah, let's just see how this game plays around. Both of the drafts are settled in, and they're going for the ego picks. They're going for the third time's the charm strategy, and we'll have to see how this plays out as we're going to be heading into the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This is the grand finals match point for both of these teams because
5
if Venom
seconds till
loses
the
out,
enemy reaches
it's
the
basically
battlefield.
over for them.
Smash
They
them.
are going to be the runners-up as Team in Heaven secures the victory. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, onto the casting desk, myself, Ray. Joining me is Fredo and Zero. Both have O in the end.
Yep, we are here once again, and this time Ray has an E in the end. So is it going to be a happy ending for one of these teams? We'll find out soon. Of course, if it is clean sweep here, less work for us. But Venom Esports will go back crying. On the other side, though, we see that in Heaven they want to go for the aggression, but this Franco is not allowing them to do so.
Yes. Our endings, it's Fredo, Zero, and Ray, right? Okay, alright. You see some English, but still, Fredo, it's E.
Okay, let's not talk too much about the vowels here because
Yes.
from vowels, the talk can go to pronouns, and once it goes to pronouns, there's no coming back. So yeah, let's just stick to the game for now. As we see, though,
That's a
we
good
see of course, I always make these kind of jokes, but for now, yeah, EXP matchup, Phobius going up against Batang. It will be easy for the Batang to get those stacks, but as well as for the Phobius, because
Yeah.
melee heroes, the Phobius usually dominates unless it's a tanky one. In the mid lane, though.
Mid lane, the Luoyi gets targeted. Zozo gets taken down. Finn, first blood in his hands. Again, Lucas goes in with the beast form, but double kill.
Oh.
Shinigami gets taken down right there as well.
0-4, right on the first minute in Heaven, showing their prowess onto the early game.
Yep, early game is what you need with the Lucas. Is what you need with a. I mean, is what you get actually, not what you need. You get it basically if you have a Suyo on your side along with a Vexana, and on top of that a Phobius. Look at the Phobius, man. He's just going in, like I said. Oh, LG and.
LG onto the back line. A killing spree for Finn right there, but SOD connects as well. Nino Kumar gets taken down. Same with Shinigami yet again. Fist crack comes in, but Dojiato will be flickering out right there.
1-4 score with 1k goal lead under just 3 minutes. Team in Heaven doing a really good job even in this game. Really like cementing the fact that they are able to do a lot more compared to, you know, in Heaven. Sorry, yes. I'm sorry, Venom.
Venom.
But overall,
Venom, yep.
I think even I'm not really sure about this game, okay, because there's a few simple reasons. First of all, they have the already kind of lost the early game due to the fact that there's a Suyo onto the opponent and they have the Lucas jungle, which is not working out in the early game, but it can work out into the later phases. But the main thing is going to be in the later phases, Moskov is just an absolute beast. Not beast in the sense that he has the most damage. It's because of the strategy. It's because of the distraction. He will be pushing on the other lane right now. What do? Do you stop him? If you go to stop him, he's just going to SOD into the team fight. And that's the main issue. Why a lot of teams right now just do not like giving out Moskov, or some teams even prioritize the Moskov.
Oh, there goes Beast Form.
Diversion also comes in, but Shinigami will be the first one to fall on. His beast form is not helping, but again, Zozo might be taken out, but the hook flicker comes in, and Zozo does get taken down, but Finn would be having a shutdown right there. 4 people onto the top lane. Dojiato will be getting away from the pursuit coming in from Nino Kumar, but Hectic quite caught up in the middle. Again, another Iron Hook comes in. GRG, he is taking the turret damage and he gets a shutdown, a solo kill for Hectic right there.
Yeah, that was a good team fight. I mean, a lot of things went wrong there for Team Venom, and Heaven was able to get advantage, but that last one coming in from OK.
The Chrono Dash and basic attack damage coming in from Herod, and Moskov stuns them away, but again Infernal Pursuit comes in from Nino Kumar, but the duality damage, he gets taken down. Spit is again getting chased by 3 people this time. Chrono Dash once again, a Pi B onto Spit, and he gets taken down right here.
7-7 score, you know, Fredo. The game does feel equal. Oh, the goal lead is 14. Damn, it's twice of the kill. Oh, there's the Iron Hook, but no ultimate.
Yep. And, you know, these kind of engages will be always happening because, you know, both these sides, they have a lot of poke damage. They have a lot of initiation as well, and, you know, long range initiations because, like I said, the Franco with the Bloody Hunt and the Iron Hook is going to be really important to start those team fights. But once the Phobius and the Gatot comes in, even the Gatot is a long-range initiator, right? So these long-range initiators will be really important in this match especially for the team fights, because we all know these 2 teams, they just like to brawl it out. So let's see what happens. So far though, in this match, we have seen both these teams trying to go for initiations which did not really result in the best, because we see in the top lane,
a Pi V 2 versus 1, and he gets taken down.
Bad stuff here from Apaibi.
You know, there's I would like to mention in both of the games, there's a lot of mispositioning from both teams. So even if they're kind of winning, I hope they kind of resolve that, because a lot of the times, right, we saw the Kufra was sometimes alone for no reason, and in this time, I don't really know why was it the Louis or was it the Harith? No. My bad. It was a Pi B, yeah. So. Overall, looking at the map contention, and it's a 50-50. Both of them have 1 turret one on the top, 1 on the wait 1 second. Where's the other turret taken? On the okay, diversion play. Moskov
might be getting chased. Shinigami, look at that, popping out his beast form, but they won't be having an engage. I think that was pretty early, but Dojiato gets taken down. ALG onto 1 person. Duality comes in yet again. Infernal Pursuit. Nino Kumar gets taken down. Same with Hectic. Herod goes in with a Chrono Dash. Finn gets taken down. But again, Frost, he gets away with that flicker, but Zozo won't be saved. Same with Shinigami right there. Moskov, the last engage was 1 point.
Look at the damage already though, Fredo. Like, it's the Moskov. Look at him. He's so confident. He can go for a 1 versus 1. And it's only been 7 minutes in. That's not looking good for the hands of Team Venom right now, as they're being pushed really badly. and I'm not really sure what's their plan is going to be. It's mostly going to be Zozo with the surprise play, but so far it hasn't really happened yet. And also I feel like they only need to send 3 people perhaps, and the Lucas needs to come a little bit late for the cleanup, or maybe the Harriet needs to come a little bit late for the cleanup. If they all go together, and they accidentally come across Nino Kumar, that's just a disaster. But okay, there's a diversion onto the top lane.
Red team hero has been slain. Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Diversion into the top lane, and the jungler of the enemy side will go down. Man, with that on the bottom side though, the push is coming in. Yeah, he does not want to defend it. Clever, not clever, I would say. I think a wise decision, a wise choice made here by the Harriet.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
But overall, score 10-12, and a goal lead is still not
Red
much
team's turret
different.
has
But
been
looking at the
destroyed.
map control, we can clearly see the Badang did try to secure one structural target, but it's just not enough. Because look at that, 4 turrets into the hands of Team in Heaven. They want to go for a little bit more. Okay, looks like AOG.
Oh, 3 members!
Connecting on 3 people right there. Speed is the first one to fall down. Zozo follows him up, but again, look at that. Shinigami goes for a double kill for the backline. It's a triple kill for him with that beast form. Still tries to go for more. 3 versus 2 right now, and Finn might be getting taken down yet again, but he is resisting. Look at the sustain that's coming in from Finn right there, but he does get taken down. GRG, he is forced to get back.
That initiation was great, but after that, not the best team fight coming around from Team Heaven in Heaven, and now Team Venom has the advantage. And look at this, Harriet will be able to get that buff as well. And now they can go for the Lord. Of course, you know, the advantage that the side of Team Heaven had already given away altogether into the hands of Team Venom. As we see, the Harriet is actually comfortable right now, just 1 death so far.
You know, they can make good use of the Harriet. Just like you mentioned, he hasn't really been shut it down that much, but overall, look at that into the mid lane. Looks like they want to go in. AOG.
AOG to the back line yet again. Hectic is the first one to fall down right there, but the fist crack comes in from Badang. Nino Kumar gets taken out in the hands of Zozo, but Lucas tries to go for the back line. He will be getting away, but again, Finn will be getting taken down and unstoppable for Lucas right there.
1 for 2 trade Fedo, and looks like they are slowly trying to bounce back, but it's just only been 10 minutes. I feel like the Moscow... Oh, that is good amount of damage from the Harriet, but at the same time, if the Harriet gets shut down, I feel like it's going to be game over for the hands of Team Venom.
Yeah, he does pick up the Holy Crystal as well, so it's about time that the Harriet comes online. It's going to be difficult for the Phobius and the Gatot Kachas to sustain the damage, because as we all know, Harriet, he derives most of his damage from the passive of the... What do you call it?
The passive. I forgot. I haven't named this passive in a while.
Well, it's been a long time as well for me,
Yeah.
but yeah, the name of the passive is Crisis actually.
Ooh.
And that might be one of the reasons why we know that Natan player who likes to abuse the Starlium Skite. Now I remember, it's Starlium Skite. The
Oh,
passive of the Starlium Skite is known as Crisis, and it's basically the true damage that comes in, right? So
okay,
yeah,
okay. Got
that's
it.
the reason why the Harriet is actually, he does not really do magic damage, he does true damage with his
Yep.
basic attacks. And that's the reason why even a Gatot and a Phobius can't really take all that damage coming in from him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see though how it works out. As we see, he did pick up the Holy Crystal, so he should be able to abuse the passive a lot more now.
And you know that's why a lot of the times the carry versus Harriet argument comes in, because both of them are basically true damage spammers. But overall, let's just see how this game is gonna go end, because they do get the Lord, and that means
Lord,
they are
but-
gonna be able to buy out a little bit more time. So overall, but still the game is, I would say, in the mid game. It's in the mid game. After the 12-13 minutes, it's gonna progress towards the late, and that's when Spit would definitely come online, because the split push is gonna be there, the backdoor play is gonna be there, but they do have the diversion to make up for it. Oh, AOG.
AOG once again connecting, but look at the beast form of Lucas dealing all the damage. He will be
at
getting
Zozo.
away though with a slither of HP. Finn does get taken down. GRG might be under the chopping block, but Frost will be the one who will be getting taken down. Same with Apaibi, right there. The HPs are really, really low. Dangerously low, I would say. But they decide they won't be taking any team fights.
That was good decision on their hand. They just lost 1 in the trade of 2. So yeah, in the trade of 2. So overall, it's not a big loss. Just get. I know it was the Harris, but right now into the later phases, you want as many people alive as possible. It doesn't matter who gets taken down. If you have the numbers advantage, you will have the laning advantage. You will have the gank advantage. So because of that, they need to make sure that they never lose that number advantage, Fredo. And let's just see how it plays around, because the Moskov is definitely gonna try to do those plays. But at the same time, I feel like this is where the Luoi is gonna come in, because the Luoi is basically gonna be teleporting to the Moskov just in case there's something wrong.
That's what you said, right? I mean, the thing is, they picked up this Louis specifically for the Moscow, I guess, because
Yeah, I
as
think
we
so
all know,
too.
the global presence gets countered with another global presence.
Yes.
But yeah, so far it has worked. It has not worked out in the favor of Moscow so much, because they've not been able. Oh, did Finn spot them out? Because if they did, then it's going to be a big trouble here for Team Venom, because once that AOG comes in, there's no way you can escape that unless you are flickering out of there. But okay. Lord has been
I think
started.
it's gonna be that. Oh.
My goodness. Ironhook initiates, followed by Bloody Hand. AOG onto the backline. Won't be connecting. Nino Kumar, first one to get taken on, but Toji Ato right there. Finn onto the chopping block again. The Frost, look at that. Flickering away. Monster kill for Shinigami right there. Double kill for him. And Frost in the hands of Soulful gets fallen down.
Just like that. Here we are once again. Enemy team is wiped out. They want to go for the push.
It was first game, you know, In Heaven was the one who wiped out Venom, but look at that. Tables have turned, and we're seeing them marching to the base. 1 minion left, another coming. Okay.
Oh
my god, dude. Game 4.
Oh my god, this is what the organizers wanted. This is what the audience wanted. We are going to a game 4, and this is exactly what everyone predicted as well. As we all know, when you're pushed into a corner, people bring out their best, and they did respect the Granger as well. So this game, Team Venom, they do bounce back, and it should be a good momentum that they have built up right now. So let's see what happens in the next one.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the JOYTIME Cup Party Jumpin Mobile Legends Holy Tournament. So we're going to be jumping straight back into the grand finals of In Heaven versus Venom Esports, where we did see a sudden turnaround of events. Venom was going to get clean sweep by In Heaven, but they turned around with the epic comeback. But so right now, the game is going to go for the fourth one, and let's just see if Venom is going to be pushing it into a game number 5, a reverse sweep if possible, or it's going to be the match point for In Heaven, a little bit delayed, but they are inevitable. Into the casting desk, it's me, Ray, and joining me is going to be Fredo and Zero.
Hello once again. Hello to everyone. Hello to Ray. Hello to Fredo. You know, last match it was really fun looking at the reverse sweep that comes in, but you know it's still a match point for both the teams. Venom Esports kind of need to win this one if they still want to be on the still want to be in the game, you know. But In Heaven, they're gonna be trying their best to end this one as well, because I feel like the more you extend, the more your opponent is gonna be you know, understanding your team, understanding your strategy. So you gotta be like really quick to end with this one.
Absolutely. What do you think, Fredo?
Well, I feel the same way. If you want to win this match, I mean, both the teams they really do team fights a lot, right? So if you get that early advantage, you should just try to end it as soon as you can, because if it goes into the later phases, you know, it's more about the macro, and both of these teams, I hope they do realize that their macro is really weak. So, you know, they can decide to end it early as much as they can.
Absolutely right. Because I feel like the macro where the issue comes in, and that's the whole reason we're seeing a 5-man wipeout, not with a really bad trade. So if they want to go in for a positive trade, they need to account for the losses in the macro. And I feel like the last match, it was an ego play on, obviously. I feel like it was more ego play onto the hands of In Heaven, honestly. I have no idea. Your Granger is working out magically. Why are you not going to be picking it? I know the Moskov is also a threat, but the Luowi, I know inter early game it did not work out, but inter later phases it did. I feel like they underestimated it, did not pick up the Granger, and they paid the price zero.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree, definitely. Because, you know, I mean, why would you just keep a good hero open just for you to not pick it out and, you know, lower your chances of winning in the game, right? As we all say, it was the ego play that was coming in. So I just hope, you know, like we discussed, the ego does not come in between, and they gotta be, you know, really ethical with the whole game. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. Because I mean, you can make ego play if you're Tartarus, but but you're not. So if you want to reach that level, you have to improve. And if you want to improve, you have to make sure you are shown as a really strong team. And how do you do that? With having a good macro, having that better draft, having that confidence, and winning those matches. If you go for the ego plays early on, it's not going to work out well for you. And we just saw not taking the Granger was basically, I mean, almost every game actually. I feel like Venom was kind of in a position where they were able to dominate. Yep, in both of the matches. But the Granger was the main trump card that was turning the game around each time. But no Granger, and I feel like they just suffered from it, because I feel like the Moskov was just not on par.
Similar thought for me as well. But yeah, this time if you take a look at Venom Esports, now, I mean, they can go for the Granger, right? But I don't know, for some reason, they did not pick up the Granger. They have always went for the Harriet. And I won't be surprised if they do the same this time around. But okay, a bit of change here as we see Shinigami picking up, not Shinigami, but of course, there's going to be someone picking up the Selena here from the side of Venom Esports, and that should give them mid lane control if played right. But I'm not really sure if Zozo is the best guy on a Selena. What do you think, Ray?
I mean, I don't get it. Why are they ignoring the Granger? Bro, Granger just got a Savage. Like, does Savage mean it's a bad hero? Like, I don't get it. The Granger is open. The Harriet was open. The Harriet was a crucial factor in winning the previous game. Why are they not prioritizing their goal lane? I don't get it. The Hilda could be picked up later. The Suyo could be picked up later. The Badang could be picked up later. The Selena could be picked up later. They did not prioritize the gold laner, which has been the main carry of both of these games. And second thing, why was the Selena picked overall? I'm not really doubting Zozo. There's a Mathilda. Even if the stun lands, there's gonna be a shield. There's gonna be a dash away. So I am really doubting the decision, honestly.
Not to forget the Flask of Voice is passive as well. It will be really tricky. If you want to go in, okay, but you might feel like you can take it down, but there comes Flask of Voice to save the day and ruin your plans and ruin your day. But yeah, there's a reason why you don't want to go for a Selena up against a Mathilda. And on top of that, if you have Purify as well, very deceptive. Of course, if you get those cooldowns correct, and of course, these are experienced teams who know how to read those cooldowns. But one mistake where they just don't know about it, right? Suppose they just don't catch when the Purify was used, just one instant where they could not figure it out, and that's the instant where they're going to suffer. So yeah, really important to see what happens here. The second phase though, they ban out the Harry this time around, so Venom Esports got a red side. Granger, yeah, let's see.
Come on, man, what is going on? What is this? I don't get it. Is this an ego issue? Is this a macro issue? I don't understand. Previous game, Granger was banned out, but this time around they decide we're not gonna ban Granger. And In Heaven also seems like we're not gonna pick Granger. What is happening, guys, here? Because I mean, it feels bad, but it's just weird ego play. It's just weird ego play. Because if you want to go for a clean sweep, it's good for you. It saves your time and it also saves your energy. Because the longer you drag the games on, you're going to be losing your efficiency. So I don't really get it what's happening until this game. But maybe if Venom does pick up the Granger, it means that their play is good. On the other hand, In Heaven, their play is bad. Because why are you leaving the Granger out? What happened? Why, did they got bored of playing Granger?
Probably. I don't know.
But like,
I don't understand the mentality of both these teams.
I don't get it either. Like, or are they like, did their fans be like, no, we want the 5th game. We want the 5th game. Because there's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
If you leave a Granger open even after everything that has happened in this match, then I will definitely say you need to come on. You need to visit the hospital. Just kidding. Anyways, let's see what happens here. But of course, like I said, Granger is something that you don't want to miss out. And this time around, we're seeing a signature pick. In case you guys don't know, Apaibi likes to play the Bruno on the Inspire, as we can see, right? So that'll be something to watch out here. Let's see how he performs.
Yeah, and I'm just honestly quite baffled. I don't really prefer this kind of draft because I feel like it's a little bit too much of ego play. Because if the Granger was banned out, I could have understand. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn, and we're going to be seeing the 4th game between Venom and Team In Heaven, where both of these teams, despite first 2 games absolutely dominating with the Granger alone, they proceeded to not go for it anymore. So a really creative decision. Let's see how it works out. And overall, onto the casting desk, it's me, Ray, and join me is Fredo and Zio, who's going to be bringing you the action of the play-by-play.
Yep, here we are. Early rotation should be coming in from the Hilda because he cleared the lane much faster. And of course, it's Nino Kumar. Very impressive play in the first match.
Get the Abyssal Arrow though, but he does escape, and I would say that was quite the close call for that Hilda.
Nothing much though, just yet. No first blood. Escape. But overall, let's see how it turns around because Selena really needs the first blood. Ooh, so far Zozo though, landing a lot of stun. And I think it's going to be really important for you to dominate that early game. If not, the shields are going to be coming in soon and you're going to be facing annoyance. Hayabusa though, going to be level 4 quite soon. And once he has the Oogie Shadow, probably wants to go win. Let's see.
Yep. But of course, he does want to, figure out a little bit more information that the roamer can provide before he decides to go in and commit everything. So far, though, it's looking good from both sides. They have everything that they need except the first blood that they're all looking for. So yeah, the first blood should be the turning point here. And like I said, there needs to be a lot more focus into the goal lane because the Bruno, like I said, signature pick here for a Paibi. He likes to play the Bruno on the Inspired. Never seen him play the Flicker or the Purify. Not even the Aegis.
Gonna be an interesting one, I would say. I mean, I've seen Apabi dominate on that Bruno with the Inspire, but again, look at GRG. He tries to go for a fight, but he's the one who's getting chased away. Tojiato still goes in, but the Ogi Shadow kill is there. First blood gets in the hands, and GRG is the first one to get taken down, but still they want more. Finn is onto the chopping block next, but another trade mate, and that is a 3-for-3 trade coming in.
And now they're onto the turtle already. Nino Kumar is the one on the turtle actually. He'll be able to buy out a lot of time. There comes once again.
Circling Eagle, so Giotto gets taken down, but again, look at that. We have the dragon on to Nino Kumar. He does get away with the help of Matilda and her guiding wind, but so does Zozo. Look at the flicker. He had to flicker out. He had to save his, he had to save himself from there.
Yep, that was quite a good play coming in, but for now, once again, it's really interesting to see that both these teams they're looking good so far, but the advantage, as we see, is in the hands of Team in Heaven, and they have a 1k goal lead over Team Venom. And Venom, even though they have the Selena, they are not really performing how they should with the Selena and Asuyu because, like I said, they need early snowball. They have not been able to get that.
But look at that onto Brody Spit. He was about to get away, but he won't be able to. A really nice play coming in from Hectic. Shinigami tries to get away, but Matilda has a circling eagle. He will be getting taken down. Frost might be onto the chopping block next. Flickers out right on time, and he will be getting away, but still, Team Venom, they want more. They are trying to engage for more, but they won't be able to. Still goes in. A Pivy hitting with the balls onto Matilda. He gets away as well. But no! Spit comes in. He said, no, you won't be getting away. Another kill, and Hectic gets taken down. Zozo getting the onslaught from Nino Kumar. Still gets the shield, but it's a badang. Oh, he still survives though. He still survives. Zozo gets taken down. Tojiato going against Nino Kumar. Nino Kumar is eating grass and healing right there. And after all the onslaughts, he still survives. And Tojiato, but yeah, GRG won't be dishing out much damage with that Obi Shadow kill.
It's really interesting, right? Spit versus the guy with ball. It's really good matchup into the bottom lane. But anyways,
Spit on the ball.
That's how we like to say it. But look at that, GRG does manage to take out the turtle. RWM was there to for the zoning out, and yeah, both the teams decide not to engage anymore in that team fight.
I mean, Fero, look at that. Brody is Spit, and Bruno has ball. So nice matchup on the goal lane. Really highlight of the match. Really great, really great. Good job at all into the mid lane. There's a kick.
Still, once again, the way of the dragon, but Hectic will be getting taken down by GRG. That engage costed him a lot, but again, both the teams, they are trying to be playing it, they are going to be playing it safe. Still, but look at that. Abyssal Arrow does hit Zozo. Goes in, he dashes out.
What?
He said Lancelot who. He was on point with that dash, and he was able to, get away with from all of that onslaught.
But did you see that panic abyssal arrow from Jozo?
Yeah.
That was so surprising. That's the reason why I said what? And yeah, both these teams have done a very good job so far. But it's in Heaven still in control. And it's still going to be the Brody and the Hayabusa dominating everything, but special mention here for Frost. And the first game highlight was Nino Kumar The fourth game is Frost here, as we see 304 on that Eve, complete control, complete manipulation. And of course, Zozo on the receiving end of it. Okay, misses out 2 skills.
But looks like they're looking for an angle to go for. Look at that.
Yep. Finds the angle and GRG gets taken
Oh,
down.
the
A really
great-
great engage comes in, but look at that. 3 people already fallen for the side of Team Venom, and that was a clapback coming in from In Heaven.
And they get the turret as well. Mid turret gone. In Heaven this time around has the game into their grasp with no issues. And let's see how it turns around, right? Because so far they have been into snowball, but no, looks like they want to go for the blue, but no, they do not, because they are aware they just need they need to make this play around the objectives only, and they'll be able to do so. No issues.
Yup, and we might be seeing something here. As you know, they've just taken the riddle. They want to use a river flow to go to the other side. I mean, I've not seen a lot of teams do this, but you know, there's a good amount of possibility that the enemy might get caught off guard when you use a river flow and rotate to the enemies, to the other side of the map. But Ropes comes in. Oh my god!
Yep. Oh, it's getting quite hectic. Tries to go for an initiation, but his target was the beefy lady. So yeah, he got a back down.
Beefy lady. People like beefy lady, especially
But oh,
especially
he's a goat.
Bruno.
He's
I'll
actually a
fill
goat.
up this skin today. Got lucky a little bit. This, what is this? Aries? Yes.
Yeah, it's
Aries.
Aries the goat. But yeah, I mean that was a really fun way to say it, Gio, when you said the Hilda is eating grass and healing up.
Oh, it works out really well. It works out really well.
Yep. So now though,
Oh, yes, she's a goat.
Yep. Frost is on the target right now. The Art of Limb is there. But again, the down from Shinigami. Nino Kumar takes the revenge, gets the killing spree. Tojiato, he's stuck, but look at that. He flickers out right at point, and Brody, he does not have his ult to cast and burst him down. So he will be escaping, and Matilda is helping him out, but still goes for the turret. Zozo, he is getting chased by 3 people. Look at that! Goes for the dash, but he won't be able to escape.
Imagine this Selena had like 3k damage on his left. Triple kill. Sadly,
Yep.
no damage. No damage. That was good dashing though. Good dashing. For a second, Zozo felt like a Lancelot.
yep. And even though he does not use that hero, he will definitely want to learn it someday as we can. Go Xing Xing. And even better Xing Xing than the Selena can provide. Does not need stacks. Just needs that first skill. And Lord already started here by In Heaven, and things are looking good so far. Good zoning as well. Oh my god. That's so
Matilda
aggressive.
just goes for Shinigami. Look at that. All the way onto the backline. Hectic once again. Getting zoned out. Nino Kumar, look at the wave of the dragon that's coming in, but he will be getting taken out in the hand. Brody double kill. Goes for maybe Zozo trying to dish out some damage, but Tojiato right there. He won't be surviving. Once again, Team Venom, they are forced in a corner.
18-7 score. Goal lead of 7,000 on just under 11 minutes.
Oh.
He's gonna be okay. He has the shield. He got the heal, and he's a beefy lady who's gonna be eating grass like nom 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 nom. No, you don't make nom. Oh, Zozo.
Okay.
Look at that. Matilda, she just goes for any of the sapling eagle, but jokes aside, Hectic does get taken down. Brody, he is dealing a lot of damage, and he's not getting marked really often, so he's just out there dominating the whole lane. But once again, Jerry tries to go for Zozo, but no, the base is wide open. In Heaven might just take the victory. A recall game comes in, and that would be it.
The inevitable win is the statement Team In Heaven makes as they secure the 4th game. It was supposed to be a clean sweep, but into the 3rd game, Team Venom was able to come out on top, but they were like, not every day Sunday, brother, and they were able to recreate I mean, unless it's for them, because they created it 3 times. They absolutely dominated. This time around, having the uh, Badang, even
Yes.
if it went out, Nino Kumar onto this Hilda. This guy is pretty much a really great EXP laner, but honestly, I would love to see him play other heroes as well to see his dominance. But overall, his performance on both Badang and Hilda was impressive. On the other hand, Finn, I feel like he would absolutely need to work out on his positioning because first game that Gatot Kacha, he was getting taken down really badly. Frost, on the other hand, and performance, really great. Spit, all 3 games, good performance, but I did not understand why he did not pick the Granger or the Brody in the previous game because it did not work out with the Moscow, but overall good. And GRG being consistent with his performance, especially with his Fanny, I would say. The Fanny was really good. On to the other hand, Venom, what do you have to say, Fredo?
Well, on the other side, Venom, I mean, they just have to work on the discipline part, and
Yes.
they want to play heroes that they can actually work on. Like this match, they could have easily picked up the Granger. They could have avoided going for the Selena because we all know Zozo. He is good when he takes the Lunox. He's good when he takes the Louis. Could have went for that, or maybe even the classic old Vexana Aurora. Those worked out as well. I mean, Zozo is a very good Aurora player. We all know that. So going for something like the Selena was a very big risk that they take here and did not work out for them. And yeah, honestly, the draft was an issue here for them. And not just that. Like I said, you need to work on the discipline as well. But with that, they'll be losing it out to Team in Heaven, who have secured the finals of the JOYTIME Cup. And we'll be really interested to see what happens in the next season. But for now, this is the end. And yeah, Happy New Year to all the people out there from Manipur who are watching this as well.
What do you have to say, Zivo, before we close it off?
Overall, I like both the teams. And as you guys said, they still need more practice. And taking that Selena was a huge risk, as Fredo said. I mean, it was the match point for you guys, and that was quite a huge risk. Even though Apaibi was there dominating with that Bruno, with that Inspire, but it was just not enough. The rest of the team, they were not doing really great, and I feel like they went on engage one after another, even after losing all of the team fights before. So yeah, they gotta work up on that as well, but overall a really exciting grand finals, I would say.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how we come with the closure for the grand finals of JOYTIME Cup. This time around, we had a longer name, but the matches didn't go that long because in Heaven, they were able to come with a really swift victory and really close one as well. Look at that. The meta, despite being 20 minutes, like usually the games go 20 minutes, 18 minutes, they were able to finish at sharp 11. So that is up to their powers, and they're deserving winners of the JOYTIME Cup. And congratulations to them. And Venom, do not be disheartened. Hopefully, we see you next time again, as well as other tournaments. Come back stronger, and we'll be looking out for more. That was about it from me, myself, Ray, Fredo, and Zero. And thanks for tuning in. And stay tuned for more tournaments coming in from JOYTIME Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, take care and good night. We will see you next time.